we are seeing an eye section here. Eye section is something like this. These particular horizontal portions are called as flanges. The bottom flange area is 300 by 100 as given. The top flange is given as 150 by 50, and the web, the one joining these two horizontal portions, the portion joining these two flanges is called the web. This is the web. So this is given as 300 by 50. Alright, what is asked is to find the centroid of this particular area. Now let us be very clear about one particular thing. We already mentioned that centroid is nothing but where all the area is supposed to be concentrated. Now if you keenly observe with the eye section here, what are we seeing? There is a line drawn over here which is acting as an axis of symmetry to the given eye section. Axis of symmetry is nothing but the axis about which the image on either side are a mirror image to each other. So I can split this eye section because this is 150, this is 300, this is 50, and I can very clearly see that if I divide this vertically like this portion is a mirror image of this portion and vice versa. Now a centroid is actually a point where the entire thing gets balanced, or where I can say that, or in one word I can say that the centroid must be lying on the axis of symmetry, right? Because this portion is balanced by this portion, and centroid must definitely be in the balancing position. When will it be in the balancing position? Only when it lies on the axis of symmetry. So I am considering this to be axis of symmetry. So let me name this as my y axis. Why am I naming it as an axis? Because I already told you the centroid is nothing but a position, and a position is always defined with respect to a given datum or an axis or a reference. Because if some person will take origin to be here, the location of centroid, suppose if it is here, that person will get different coordinates. When some other person will take origin to be here, he will get a different answer. But we have to go with one standard where everyone gets the same answer. So for this particular reason and for ease of calculation, always see that the axis of symmetry is made to be one of the reference axis. Now where should I take my x-axis? I will take my x-axis at the bottommost line. Alright, so that I am not adding any extra coordinates. I don't want to add extra distances. So my x-axis is the bottommost line that is touching the object. And if there is no axis of symmetry, then y-axis must be the leftmost axis that is touching the object. If this was not at symmetry, I would have taken y-axis to be somewhere here, like this, somewhere in this particular position. That time this will be origin. But since I have an object of symmetry, I am taking my x-axis to be this and axis of symmetry to be y. Now this is my origin. This is your origin. Now what shall we do? This particular object can be divided into discrete areas. What are the discrete areas? This is one rectangle, this is second rectangle, this is a third rectangle. Let me name them 1, 2 and 3. Now let us find out the centroidal location of the given object. Let me make it clear in a table. I am considering entity number 1, which is this. For clarity, I am also mentioning it somewhere here. This is 300 by 100. Now let me find the area. What is area? Let me name it as some A1. A1 is the area of this particular rectangle, which is 300 into 100. 30,000. I am writing this m square here itself. Now let this be the xi. Xi is nothing but the x coordinate of the centroid of entity 1. Entity is I. What is x1? In this particular object, if this is a rectangle, where will its centroid be? The centroid of a rectangle will be exactly at these particular, these are the midpoints of opposite sides. along this will be our centroid, G1. Now we are just writing G1 here in terms of x1 and y1. Alright, what is x1? Your x-axis is this, your y-axis is this. Yes or no? For entity 1, this is your x-axis, this is your y-axis. What is x here? X is 0. And what is y? Where is this? This is 100. From these midpoints, you are drawing a line. At the midpoint, it will be the center point will be the centroid, right? Centroid means center point. So this will be at 50 with respect to x-axis. So from origin, which is this, it is at 50. 0, 50 is the centroid of rectangle 1. Now according to formula, I need to find these things also. Right? Since we have an AI, but xi is 0, this becomes 0, and this a1 into y1 will be, you have to find it, 30,000 into 50. This is with the first rectangle. Now let us see with the second entity. What is the second entity? Second entity is a web, whose size is 50 and 300. Now don't get confused. The x-axis of the x-axis is here, somewhere here. It is not touching this line, it is touching somewhere here. What is this distance? The distance is 100. Now where will its centroid be? The centroid will be again the center point. Center point is this. Center point in the sense this is 150. Alright. Now where is your x2? Now let us first write the area of this particular web. It is 50 into 300, which is 15,000. Now again, since this is x-axis and the centroid is lying on y-axis, x will be 0. On y-axis, x is 0. What about y? Y is, where is this particular G2? G2 is at 0, 100 plus 150. This is 100 plus 150 is nothing but 250. Now this becomes 0. 0 into 15,000 is 0. And 15,000 into 250 will be A1, Y1. Now let us check with the third object. Here we have what it is, 50 by 150. X-axis is somewhere here. What is this distance? This distance is 100 plus 300, which is 400. Where will be G3? The center point of this. So area of this particular top flange is 150 into 50, which is nothing but 7,500. Since again G3 is also along y-axis, we have x3 to be 0. And what is y3? This particular location is at 400 plus, this is 25. 50 by 2 is 25. So it is 400 plus 25, which is 425. Now 7,500 into 425. Now we know that we need to find the area of the entire object. Area of entire object is summation of these three. 30,000 plus 50,000, 15,000 plus 7,500 will be 52,500. Now you don't need to find this because it is anyway 0. And we have to find this also, summation of AYII, which has come out to be this particular value. Now anyway, since we have seen that the x coordinate of all of them is 0. Why? Because this particular object is symmetric about y-axis. So you don't have to find x at all because your centroid is on y-axis. Naturally, your sigma xc, centroidal x coordinate is 0. What about yc? We know yc will be this divided by this, which has come out to be 160.7 mm. So the only thing that you have to remember here is, in case no particular axis is mentioned, the bottommost line that touches the object will be x-axis. The leftmost object that touches the object will be the y-axis, provided there is no axis of symmetry. If at all there is an axis of symmetry, horizontal or vertical, we shall take that horizontal and or vertical to be x and y. But otherwise, this is how the problem needs to be solved. So hence, we know centroid with respect to this particular origin. The centroid of this particular I section lies at 0, 160.7 mm. Here is the answer. Thank you.